alam ko, naramdaman ko na kagad yung Pasko dahil andito na naman ang maiingay, ang malilikot at makukulit na mga bata na kumakanta ng malakas ng Christmas Carol. Itong ating pagsasaya dito ay hindi lamang dito sa palasyo, kundi sa iba't ibang lugar sa buong Pilipinas. At dahil kagaya nga ng sabi ko, ang Pasko naman ay para sa mga kabataan. Kaya tinitiyak natin na kahit sino at napadpad sa malalayo sa kanilang pamilya, sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay, ay kahit papano ay meron din silang Pasko. Yan ang Pasko para sa Pilipino. At sa Pilipino ay talaga naman pagka pinagdiriwang ang Pasko, na iba ang selebrasyon ng Pasko ng Pilipino. Kaya ipagpatuloy natin ang tradisyon na yan. At sa inyong lahat, maligayang Pasko at maligong bagong taon. Today we are here to talk about three measures that have the power to reshape our economy, improve the welfare of our farmers, and ensure the mental and physical health of our young Filipinos. On the amendment of the Agricultural Tariffication Act, agriculture has long been the backbone of our economy, nourishing millions of Filipinos and providing livelihoods to countless communities. This law empowers our farmers to thrive and to help our country secure a stable food supply. By increasing investments in agriculture, providing more resources, and creating a more competitive rice industry, we are laying the groundwork for a stronger, more self-sufficient Philippines. We are introducing the VAT refund program for non-resident tourists, designed not only to stimulate more spending, but to promote the Philippines as a premier global shopping destination. This initiative opens a new chapter in our tourism landscape, allowing the country to compete with other tourism markets that attract tourists who are eager to take home authentic, high-quality Filipino products. The Basic Education, Mental Health, and Well-Being Promotion Act addresses the often overlooked but vital aspect of mental health in schools. It ensures that our learners and school personnel are emotionally and mentally equipped to excel, even in the face of these modern challenges. Through this act, schools will become sanctuaries of learning and of well-being. Together, we envision a Philippines where mental health is prioritized alongside education, fostering a generation equipped to lead with resilience, compassion, and with purpose. To this end, these three laws are not just policies, they are commitments. Commitments to the Filipino farmer, commitment to the Filipino worker, the Filipino entrepreneur, Filipino learner, and to every single citizen who dreams of a brighter, more resilient, and more progressive bagong Pilipinas. The North Luzon Expressway Third Viaduct is a fulfillment of a promise a promise of safer, faster, more reliable travel for every Filipino. For nearly 5 decades, this bridge has carried the aspirations of countless Filipinos, workers, farmers, entrepreneurs, businessmen, families, and bringing them together closer to their destinations and to their loved ones and to their work. This viaduct has likewise evolved to meet the needs of a growing population and economy. From a 2-lane design, it expanded to 3 lanes in each direction by 2017, now accommodating over 80,000 motorists every day. Standing as a testament to this administration's commitment to the Build Better More program, this also shows that we are building the foundation to nurture the development of our countryside. Let me assure, though, everyone that the Department of Transportation and the Toll Regulatory Board are implementing measures to ease congestion and to ensure smoother travel across this corridor. Together, let us create a bagong Pilipinas, one where progress is felt in every corner of the country, where development is inclusive, and where opportunities are within reach for every Filipino. When I think about OFWs, I think about their extraordinary strength, their determination, their dedication, the sacrifice and love that they have for their family. They embody what it means to sacrifice and persevere. It's only fitting that we give them the care and support that they deserve in return. Since its inauguration in 2022, the OFW Hospital in Pampanga has stood as a testament to our commitment to care for, and our commitment for them to be cared for by us, and not only for themselves, but also for their families. From January to May of this year, the Philippine Statistics Authority ranked cancer as the 2nd leading cause of death now in the Philippines. And this is why the hospital's 2nd floor will be dedicated to the Bagong Pilipinas Cancer Care Center. While the vision is clear, we acknowledge that work remains to be done to ensure that this facility will be equipped to serve those who are in need. Sa aming minamahal na OFWs, ang karagdagang pasilidad na ito ay para po sa inyo, sa inyong pamilya. Hindi naman natin hinahangad na maggamit ninyo ito. Ngunit mas makakahinga tayo kung maluwag kung alam natin na may matatakbuhan na ospital ang ating mga OFW sa oras ng inyong pangangailangan. Naway ang cancer care na ito ay maging simbolo ng ating mas magandang kinabukasan, kung saan ang sakripisyo ng ating mga OFW ay masuklian, ang kanilang pangarap ay mabigyang katuparan, at ang kanilang kalusugan ay pinapahalagahan. Together, we will build a bagong Pilipinas that is strong, that is prosperous, that is compassionate. Your stories continue to inspire us to make a difference and to rise above whatever adversity we face. Salamat po sa ipamalas ninyong kabayanihan at kakayahan na nagbigay karangalan sa ating bansa, sa ating mga kababayan at sa Republika ng Pilipinas. Thank you for showing compassion to Filipinos, especially in their times of need. Maraming salamat po. Patuloy natin ipakita at ipagmalaki ang angking galing, talento at pagsisikap ng mga Pilipino sa buong mundo. Once again, my congratulations to all the awardees.
Sa ikalawang Joint National Peace and Order Council, Regional Peace and Order Council meeting, inatasan ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. ang mga ahensya ng law enforcement at anti-corruption na higit pang paigtingin ang operasyon laban sa mga iligal na pogo na patuloy ang operasyon sa bansa sa kabila ng nationwide ban sa mga ito.
Your graduation day today signifies the culmination of your determination, sacrifice, and hard work to overcome the challenges of becoming an officer of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. This marks the beginning of your role to ensure the defense of our nation and the safety of all Filipinos. Let this be your guiding principle as you step forward. In the face of evolving threats and modern warfare, innovation, technical expertise, and leadership rooted in service will be your most powerful weapons. To all the members of the AFP, be assured that this administration remains committed to transforming our AFP into a world-class force that is a source of national pride. Lagi natin alalahanin na ang bawat hamon ay bahagi ng mas dakilang layunin. Sa bawat hakbang, ang inyong serbisyo ay hindi lamang tungkulin. Ito ay panata para sa bayan. Isang handog para sa bawat Pilipino na umaasa sa inyong husay, tapang, dangal at malasak. Maraming salamat sa pagtanggap sa hamong makapagsilbi sa ating minamahal na Pilipinas. Saan kayong maitalaga, naway maglingkod kayo ng may kahusayan, katapatan at karangalan. Together, through solidarity and purpose, we will create a stronger, safer, and more prosperous bagong Pilipinas. bravery, the resilience, the ingenuity, and compassion of the Filipinos always prevails, especially in times of crisis. We are proud of these qualities, though sometimes born out of harsh necessity. Today, we honor and give recognition to individuals, LGUs, academic institutions, medical facilities, individuals, and other organizations who have demonstrated the unwavering commitment towards achieving resilience. Tunay pong ipinapakita ninyo ang pagmamahal sa pakikipagkapwa. At sa gitna ng mga hamon sa buhay, pinili ninyong maglingkod sa inyong komunidad para sa ating mga kababayan. Dahil dito, kaisa ko ang sambayan ng Pilipino sa pagsasaludo at pagkikilala sa inyong mahalagang kontribusyon at tagumpay. Maraming salamat sa inyong sakripisyo, sa inyong pagsusumikap at sa inyong dedikasyon. In the spirit of this holiday season, let us remember our fellow Filipinos in need, especially those who are still now affected by recent calamities. Let us always extend a helping hand and always include them in our thoughts and in our prayers. As long as we are united to help uplift each other, I am very certain, and knowing the Filipino culture and the Filipino spirit, I know that we can turn challenges into opportunities, pave the way for safer, stronger, and more secure Bagong Pilipinas. Tinatawag na chain na kailangan natin buwagin. At ito is, as I said, is the first case under the new law of the Anti-Agricultural Sabotage Act. Ang naging susi rito ay ang coordination between the different agencies. Yun lagi ang pinakamahalaga because the different agencies were all working together all the way up to the end because ang end consumer nito, DSWD. Kaya mula rito, pupunta tayo doon naman sa pag-distribute nitong nahuling na nismuggle na isda. At para ipamigay na lang natin. Dahil sa ganito karami, kung bibigyan natin ang bawat, halimbawa pamilya, o hindi, bawat tao, bigyan natin ng tigi 1 kilo, makakapagbigay tayo ng 1 kilo sa 580,000 na tao. Kaya yan ang gagawin natin. At bibigay natin yun, halimbawa sa mga evacuation center, doon sa mga hospital, bibigay natin sa mga yung mga home natin, o sa Bucor, lahat yan. Tama, sa mga Bucor para meron tayo, para naman hindi masayang. Meron po kasi tayong bagong batas na itinatawag ang Anti-Agricultural Sabotage Act. Ibig sabihin na ginagawa natin ang lahat ng pamamaraan upang pababain ang presyo ng pagkain. Kasi sa smuggling, ang ginagawa po, ini-smuggle nila, pinapasok nila, tapos iipitin, hindi ilalabas. Mag-aantay hanggang tumaas ang presyo. Pag tumaas ang presyo, sa kanila pagbibili. Kaya't yun ang iniiwasan natin dahil ang nabibiktima dyan ay ang taong bayan. Kaya't hindi natin papayagan na matuloy ng mga ganyang klaseng sistema. Kaya't ginawang kangan namin ng batas at pinapatibay namin na mabuti.